Bitcoin's at 65,000. We were looking at the chart and it was basically squeezing. It can go either up or down. And we're hoping it's going to go past that 65 mark because that is a good signifier that Bitcoin is probably most likely going to pop after that. Hopefully we get to new all-time highs, and that's good news for all the miners out there. It's good news for all the traders out there. It's good news for our clients that are mining with us at our mining farms. So if you think that's interesting, you know what to do. Hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel. We see a lot of you guys out there that are just not subscribed. You guys are watching these videos and then just running them off. Make sure you guys subscribe. Don't run off. Leave a subscription for us or subscribe to us. Leave a like. Share with grandma. Again, grandma's knitting away. I know she has all this time on her hands and she's fixing your old underwear, but you got to subscribe to us. You got to share this video with her grandma. Make sure that she's investing her time in a good way, looking up crypto, looking up technology, and hopefully even getting her own data center going. And before we get started, Bitcoin saves your wealth and Jesus Christ saves your soul. All right, so today, talking about the Bitcoin price. You can see it's at 65K, a little more than 65K. And it was basically bouncing around. It was bouncing between that wedge. And as that wedge was getting smaller and smaller and smaller, we were hoping that it'll go up. And we saw some signals of that when it was creating higher lows, So we did see that, and that was a good signal. But again, it wasn't really confirmed until we got somewhere up into the 65 range, which we did. So hopefully it even really does like a double confirmation and actually goes up to like 66, 67. Now we know that we broke out of that wedge, and then we are actually getting to a lot better place. After that, we think that Bitcoin is probably going to go and make new all-time highs. That's what we hope for. Hopefully that happens. By the way, I'm walking around a park here. Show you guys around a little bit of this park. See this trail here? Come on, little camera, spin around. There we go. See, it's all mossy. It's getting all mossy here. Which is kind of cool from one aspect because you do have like moss, which makes a certain aesthetic, right? Makes a certain vibe, you would say, to the area you're at. But then at the same time, once the sun is gone, then the vibe is really nasty because then it just becomes like it's some kind of depresso vibe. Not that I get any depressed from this or anything, but some people do, and so it creates that vibe. You can see the moss. Actually, I'll show you here. Let's spin this thing around. Man, come on, camera. There we go. See that? Look at that. Yeah. All right. So what's the positives of Bitcoin popping back up here, 65 plus? Obviously, you're going to have more institutional investors taking a look at it. You're going to have all those people that talk bad about Bitcoin be like, oh, I thought it was going to go to zero finally, it's finally going to zero. I talked about it for like 10 years, like Peter Schiff. It's going to zero. Gold is the only way that you're going to make any money and all that stuff. But no. You can see here the reversal. It looks like to us, obviously anything can happen with the Bitcoin price and all that, but it does look like it's heading the right way. Now we're still looking at it. We want to make sure that it really gets up to like 66, 67 to really have like a solid confirmation that we finally broke out of that wedge and we broke to the positive here. And so that's good. So hopefully that plays out in the next month or two. We can get into the 80s, and that'd be really, really nice. Everyone's gonna love that, because you guys look at the miner field out there. And if you're mining like on S19 series, you have to have those in low power mode. And the only way you can be profitable now is in low power mode. But when it goes into like the sub 60s, like in the 50s, you're like a break even there on those S19s. So hopefully we get to the 80s, because in the 80s is when you can breathe nice and free on those S19s. Obviously, if you're running on S21s, you are fine all along, but they're way more expensive. They're way more expensive. They're like 10 times more expensive, basically, or at least like 7, 8 times more expensive. So, yeah, that's going to create some breathing room. Some of our clients are running S19s in low power mode. Some are running S19Ks, and we do have some clients that are running S21s. So again, those S21s are fine. So if you guys are looking for mining, if you guys are looking to host with us, we have available New York site hosting. So right now, it's a great time to jump in and get miners, because the miners, they're not being sold when Bitcoin's 80,000. When Bitcoin's 80,000, you're gonna really pay for those miners a lot more than if you were to jump in and get some miners at 65,000. And the best time to get them was when Bitcoin was like really, really low, like 50,000, 55, 50, 45, all that stuff. That was a really good time to jump in. But human psychology is people don't want to do that. People want to be like, no, I'm going to buy miners when they're expensive, because then my Excel spreadsheet works out and I'm going to be making money. And, you got to get past that psychological barrier. You got to look at it long term, look at it like 5 years long term, or at least 2 years long term. Is how you got to look at Bitcoin mining. If you're looking at it like from a spreadsheet point of view, and what do I make today? What do I make right now? If that's the way you're looking at it, then Bitcoin is going to be a lot harder to stay in the game for long, because you're just going to make decisions based on a spreadsheet. You're going to make decisions based on what do I make today, rather than what am I going, what's my plan here with Bitcoin mining? Am I in here just to make money because it makes money, and then when Bitcoin, goes down a little bit, I'm just going to sell my mining gear and just leave? Then Bitcoin's not the best for you. Bitcoin is for those that have a long-term game plan, looking to constantly expand. They're looking to get miners on the cheap when Bitcoin's down, to mine and then sell your coins when Bitcoin's up, and also sell off some of your older miners when Bitcoin is up. Those are the strategies you should have. But anyway, back to the price of Bitcoin. Congratulations to everyone. Looks like Bitcoin is probably going to go higher from here. So that's good news for everybody. Well, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys like it. Until next time. Bye.